And away we go.
And away we go.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the next episode of Don't Do That.
Don't do that.
Right here on Wicked Wednesday on 16 TV. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, and also, don't forget to go check out 16 TV too. I've gotten a bunch of shorts and stuff on there. All you gotta do is just go to my page.
Expanding.
Click on my comments that you see down below or whatever. You'll see me. Go to the comment section. You'll see me.
Expansion.
Go ahead. Actually, I went first last time. Go ahead.
Okay. So, what we're going to do for this very first segment of Don't Do That for Wicked Wednesday is let's talk about some of the actors that we have lost recently. Biggest actor that we have lost is a whole nother story that I'm going to cover later, because we didn't actually lose him so much as they didn't treat him right and he left. First of all, the first person that we will talk about is Julian McMahon. Julian McMahon died at the age of 56 after a private battle with cancer. And you probably know this guy. I know this guy from Nip Tuck. He was Christian Troy. He was kind of the jerk, womanizing plastic surgeon. He then, of course, you may also know him as Balthazar or Cole on Charmed. Phoebe's husband on Charmed. And finally, a lot of us nerds know Julian McMahon from Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Silver Surfer, Rise of the Silver Surfer, as Dr. Doom. This cat is gone, and it's crazy. It's crazy. 56 years old, from 1968 to 2025. And a little older than him, R.I.P. to Michael Madsen. Michael Madsen, you know him as Bud from Kill Bill. You know him as Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs. Glenn Greenwood from Free Willy. And Joe Gage from The Hateful Eight. Michael Madsen, these two actors, Michael Madsen and Julian McMahon, icons, man.
Yes, they are. They played in a lot of really good movies, especially a lot of Quentin Tarantino at the moment, obviously.
And the final one that we lost, and I'm not going to even really go into like a whole lot of detail, but Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, has now flipped over to DC. He has left Marvel Studios after his accident with snowplow. Was trying to save his nephew and broke a lot of bones, almost died. They wanted him to come back as Hawkeye for Hawkeye Season 2 for Disney+. They wanted him to do it for half the money. He felt disrespected. He left and went over to DC. Signed a $75 million deal. Joins James Gunn's DCU as an undetermined character. And it is also a multi-picture deal. Now, do you know what I think would be crazy, but it would also sell tickets just because they're doing it? They would be doing that. What if they had Jeremy Renner play Green Arrow? Yeah, that would be funny for me. I think that would be hilarious. Him playing Green Arrow when he was playing Hawkeye. I mean, he was already the Archer character, and then they just give him the Archer character, but on the DC side. Just the optics on that and just the headlines alone
would sell insane.
Tickets. Would sell
like
tickets. Can you imagine if they gave Hawkeye the role of Green Arrow and made him Oliver Queen? Multi-picture deal, grounded character,
Mm-hmm.
a character that they say is more about his pain and his character development than his superpowers. Who does that sound like to you?
Mm-hmm.
Make him a rich dude that's right on par with Bruce Wayne, Oliver Queen.
Why not?
Why
He's
not?
a great actor.
Why
he
not?
deserves the role. He does a great job. He
Why
did a great
not?
job as Hawkeye.
I'm sure Stephen Amell would be delighted to see Jeremy Renner take over.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he would. I would. So,
Crazy. One of the original Avengers. That's crazy.
but all right, guys. So it has finally hit abroad for the talks of the choices in which you have for your body. So, a GOP lawmaker, Michigan lawmaker, introduces legislation to classify abortion as homicide.
Wow.
So last week, Michigan State Rep. Josh Schreiber, Republican Oxford, introduced House Bills 4670 and 4671 to create the Justice for Babies in the Womb Act. The bill aims to adjust all definitions in assault and battery, and homicide cases to apply to an unborn child in the same manner as they would if the victim were an individual who had been born alive. The legislation, referred to the House Judiciary Committee, seeks to extend legal personhood to fetuses and fertilized embryos and would allow for women who receive abortions to be charged with homicide. The bills would be unlikely, obviously, to pass through Michigan's Democrat-led Senate, which has measures to implement the constitutional right to reproductive health care. Now, however, the legislation has been applauded by anti-abortion advocates, including former Planned Parenthood clinic director turned anti-abortion activist Abby Johnson, whose story is the premise of 2019 movie Unplanned, which I have personally not watched. But at the end of the day, there are obviously problems that could occur during an abortion, just like problems that can occur during a miscarriage. Because considering the fact that, again, what your body produces to get rid of a fetus is the same stuff that they use to get rid of the fetus whenever you're getting rid of a baby or getting an abortion. Again, everybody has a right to their opinion on how to do things with your body. You don't have an opinion or the right to tell somebody what to do with their own body. Again, personally, I could never tell you what I would do if I was raped and got pregnant. I couldn't tell you that. I was never raped, so I could never tell you the feeling of what it would be to be able to try and carry something in which I knew I was raped and didn't want at that moment. Other people have other decisions to do. It is what it is. That's their body. But at the end of the day, you cannot charge somebody with murder because we can't. You already complain about not being able to take care of the kids now. People are on the birth control pill, Depo, all of that, and can still get pregnant. It is not your job to tell somebody what they can do with their body. It's not. Especially when they hit adulthood. We already had the problem in Texas with the 12-year-old being raped and being forced to carry the baby and have the baby. Can you possibly sit down with your child and look them dead in their eyes, your little girl, your baby, as a man that knows that their daughter was raped by another man? You're really going to sit there and tell me you would be okay with that?
I'm getting mad just thinking about it.
You're telling me you would be okay with that? As a woman, you're going to sit there and tell me you would be okay with having that conversation with your 12-year-old daughter?
I don't even think
that was a virgin before she even got raped, so her virginity was even taken from her.
I don't even think they can understand.
Could you fathom this? Having this conversation? And you doctors out there that possibly could even think about supporting something like this, could you sit down as an OBGYN and talk to a 12-year-old about having a child come through their vagina? Can you seriously sit there and tell me you would have no problem having this conversation?
I'd have no problem having the conversation with the person that raped her so that we could have a conversation of no words. And I would just...
You guys really just disgust me on this.
I'd just be a blabbermouth.
1950s, here we come.
Man, some of the stuff that's going on, man, just make you just want to slap a nigga today, slap a nigga today, slap a nigga today.
In words, Porky Pig and the great Robin Williams. Piss off, Lou. You're definitely tripping, and we're about to push you. Bitches be tripping, but I might have pushed you a little bit.
Man, so is this a short app?
Oh, is this you got another one? Or
I don't.
Oh, that's right. You did do that other one.
Yeah.
My bad, guys. Okay. Of course not, because you know I'm not going to forget this.
Yeah.
You know I'm not going to forget this. I actually thought he had some other stuff to say, but it is actually might be a little bit shorter.
My Jim Jones Nas rant last episode.
Okay.
Because I just couldn't hold it because it was ridiculous.
So, okay.
Please.
All right. So, let's see here. We got a gentleman by the name of Julian Edward Roosevelt Lewis on August 7th, 2020. An unarmed 60-year-old American carpenter was fatally shot by Georgia State Patrol of Jacob Gordon Thompson on a rural road of Screven County. Thompson attempted to stop Lewis for driving a vehicle with a broken taillight. When Lewis failed to stop, Thompson performed a pit maneuver to force Lewis's car into the ditch and shot Lewis once in the face. On August 14th, Thomas was charged with felony murder. Now, Lewis was a 60-year-old black semi-retired carpenter. Thompson, who was white, was 27 years old at the time of the shooting. He joined the police in 2013. Now, according to Georgia State Patrol report around 9 p.m. on Friday, August 7th, 2020, Thompson attempted to stop Lewis's Nissan Sentra for a broken taillight on Stony Pond Road near Sylvania, Georgia. Now, it's a rural part of Screven County, about 60 miles northwest of Savannah. And according to the Lewis family attorney, Lewis had gone to a convenience store to buy a grape soda for his wife and was on his way home at the time. Lewis did not stop, and Thompson briefly chased Lewis down several rural roads. Holy shit, say that 5 times. Thompson forced Lewis's car to stop in the ditch using the pit maneuver. Now, according to Thompson's report of the incident, after Lewis's vehicle stopped, Thompson pulled up alongside and drew his handgun as he exited. Lewis revved his car engine and Thompson activated the light on his gun. Thompson saw Lewis with both hands on the steering wheel, wrenching the steering wheel in an aggressive back and forth manner towards me in my patrol vehicle. Thompson wrote that Lewis was trying to use his vehicle to injure me, and that being in the fear of my life and safety, I discharged my weapon once, according to prosecutors. Thompson fired one shot at some point, striking Lewis in the face and killing him. According to an attorney of Lewis's family, Thompson shot Lewis almost immediately after the pit maneuver. Thompson reported that he unsuccessfully tried to help Lewis after shooting him, and Lewis was pronounced dead at the scene. Thompson was not injured. According to their attorneys, Lewis's family did not learn about his whereabouts or death until around 1 a.m. the next day. Now, Thompson was fired, arrested, and charged in felony murder and aggravated assault on August 14th of 2020. He was booked into Greene County Jail. An autopsy of Lewis's body is being conducted by the FBI. The case went to the grand jury, and on the 28th of June 2021, the case was judged a no bill, and all charges against Thompson were dropped. Now, the fact that you didn't even get hit by the car, the fact you needed to shoot him in the face is insane. The fact that if you so-calledly seen him trying to get to you, you couldn't move out of the way. So it's okay to shoot him in the face now? I mean, you basically shot him as soon as you got out of the car is what you did.
Shooting somebody in the face is probably one of the most heinous things that you can do. You have to really, in my humble opinion, you have to really hate someone. It has to be, in my humble opinion, personal for you to want to shoot someone
in the face.
In the face. 2 places. 2 on the human body. That if you shoot them there, it's personal. In the face and in the groin. You shoot somebody in the balls.
You really taken away their shit.
You meant to do some for real, long-lasting psychological and physical harm. You shoot someone in the face. You really wanted them gone. You wanted to make sure there was a closed casket. You wanted to make sure that no one ever saw that face again unless it was in a photo. That's personal. Just
throw the whole people away.
For real. This is why. This is why we be wearing shit like this. And I can't breathe. This is why. This Black Lives Matter. This is why we try to remind y'all our lives matter too. All right,
guys. We're out of here. We will see you next time on F It Fridays. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, get notified. And make sure you go ahead and comment. We like to hear from you guys, especially you hateful pieces of shit. Peace.
See the algorithm.
Beat it.